Well, hey everybody, this is Pastor Dan. Just wanted to go ahead and send you guys a video to kind of explain what's going on during Vacation Bible School. If you're getting this, thank you for being willing to serve for VBS this year. I know it takes a lot of time out of your week. Some of you are going to be working, so you're going to be putting in long hours. And I just want you to know that we appreciate that. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have fun. But most of all, we're going to be able to share Jesus with kids. Now, in case you haven't heard, the theme this year is build. And we're going to talk about building your life around Jesus. So hopefully the kids have a lot of fun, but hopefully the kids learn a lot. Now, if you see me grabbing this, it's my notes are on here. And what I want to do is just take a couple minutes to explain to everybody what's going on. First, please remember that the VBS, it will start at 5:30. That's what time the opening rally starts. Now, the opening rally, that's just where we get the main point across, and then what they'll do is they'll break off into small groups. Some will go into small groups, some will go into their rotation stations. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But without further ado, what I want to do is I want to use this as an opportunity to kind of tell people what you're going to be doing. I've talked with people, but I just, once again, since we're a week out, I want to just finalize everything so everybody knows without a shadow of a doubt what we're going to be doing. So here's the list. I went ahead and shared an image of it. Here's a list of our volunteers and our ministry opportunities for the week. Now remember, I love to use the word ministry opportunity because this is an opportunity to make a difference in somebody's life. And so that's why I use the term ministry opportunity. Anyway, let's go through this, and we'll go through it real quick. If you have any questions, just contact me. First of all, we have our pre-K through our kindergarten. Becky Hogan's always really good about heading that up. But Brittany Takersley, Trent Weeks, Whitney Weeks, Tamara Jones, Aiden Elms, and Anthony, you guys are going to be helping her out. She'll be getting in contact with you guys. If she hasn't already, just to kind of explain what you're going to be doing. These are the heroes because oftentimes that's the age group that's just, they're just all over the place. And so that's why we try to do really well to keep that well staffed. But anyway, so if you see your name there, I'm pretty sure we've already talked with all y'all. Y'all are going to be doing pre-K. But then second, the small group leaders. And I've already given you all your stuff. Basically, the small group is, these are where kids are going to go in, and the theme, what they learned about in the opening rally, you guys are going to be applying it to small groups where they could do activities and things to go with the lesson. Anyway, Kaylin McKnight, Joseph McKnight, Cody Burns, Holly, Thomas, and Crystal, you guys will be doing the small groups. The reason I have many of them as small group leaders is because they do it on Wednesday night, and they do a great job. And so without any doubt, you guys are just heroes. If you have any questions, just talk to me. Hopefully I've given you all your stuff. Next is we have rotation stations. Now, this is going to be something a little different. So just kind of pay attention because the last couple of years we did sports camps. Basically what the rotation stations are is kids at certain points, they'll go into what's called a rotation station. They'll have 15 minutes at different rotations. You'll have a activity rotation where they'll do like a game or something. And then there's something called the master builders, and then they'll be building things to go with the theme. And then finally, that's where they also have their dinner. What they will do is their groups, they will rotate 15 minute segments. So basically, if you have a group and they go into the activity station, they'll go there for 15 minutes. And then after 15 minutes, then they'll go to the master builder and they'll rotate there. And then what they'll do is they'll move on to dinner. And then we'll have the different small groups will be doing that. 15 minutes, you do your object lesson, and then you send them on. Pretty simple. Next is what we have is a small group leaders. We already talked about that, and rotation leaders. So remember, April and Gabby, I'm going to have you in the activity small group. The activity rotation station, and then Eric and Kyle, you guys are going to be the master builders. And then Deborah, we've been talking, you have the dinner rotation, and you have your team Thank you so much for working and figuring out a good menu. The kitchen crew, Dennis and Donnie Cook, Trish Strayhorn, Cheryl Strayhorn, Kathy Ralston, Myra Trobus, Judy Wimberly, and Deb Whining. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your week to help in the kitchen. Tech, you guys know what you guys do. You guys do so good. During the opening rallies and the closing rallies, you'll be running the the computers and stuff. And then sound will have Cody do sound. The praise gang, those are the ones that are leading us in worship. And you guys have had your songs now for a couple weeks. Caitlin Oxner, Aiden Elms, and Kennedy McKnight. We're going to have you do the praise gang. Basically, you guys know what you got to do. You just lead all the motions and all that. And then buddies. What we're doing different this year is these are buddies. And basically, we've got some kids who have some special needs. And some of them just need a buddy. Just somebody who will stand by their side and be their friend. And so Teresa Rainey, Jerry Ryan, and maybe Jaden Ryan. It just depends on who we have. If you can help us out with that, we will talk with you during the weekend and just kind of, once again, clarify what it's doing. It's real simple. You just need to be their buddy. Miss Diana can talk to you more, and then if things get out of hand, you guys can just talk to us. It's real simple. Just some of them, they need a helper. They need somebody there just to be their buddy. And of course, Trent, you'll be working with. I think we got a kid, Enan. You'll be Enan's buddy for that week. So, and then finally security. We got Brett Vandenberg. Thankful for him that he's taking his week. So that's who we have as our volunteers. So once again, thank you for taking the time to do that. Now, what I kind of want to do is I want to kind of tell you the schedule, what it's going to look like. Registration will start at 5 o'clock, and we'll have probably a movie going in the sanctuary, or we'll have some games going on. So registration will start at 5 o'clock. Now, 5:30 to about 6 o'clock, what we're going to do is that's when we do the opening rally. That's when we do some fast music. We do the what you got to know for the week, the day, all the themes of what we're talking about. We'll do a game, just something to get them pumped up and ready to go, because we want them to have a lot of fun. Then what they'll do is we will at about 6 o'clock, we will move it into the Glenn Dorsey Family Life Building. And each room will have a different setup. So what we're going to do, this is the first year that the pre-K are going to kind of be doing what everybody else did. If you don't remember, the pre-K the last couple of years, they did their whole thing. This year, since we're doing these rotation stations, we're gonna see how it goes. But basically what's going to happen is then the pre-K are going to go to their rotation stations, all right? While the older kids will go to the small group. So at that time, the pre-K will be doing their rotation stations, which is their dinner. They'll also be doing their activity, and then the master builders. So that'll be a 45 minutes. And during that 45 minutes, the older kids will be in small group. Once that's done, after 45 minutes is up, remember, they'll do 15 minutes for activity, 15 minutes for master builder, and then 15 minutes to eat. Once that's done, then what we will do is we'll switch to where the pre-K will be doing small group, and then the older kids will be doing their rotation station. So that'll last about 45 minutes. Then what we'll do after that is we will come back into the sanctuary where we'll do the closing rally, and then we'll keep all the kids there where they can do, where we can get everybody checked in and checked out in an orderly fashion. It worked out really well last year, and so we're going to do that again. So basically we're looking at 3 hours, but what you'll see is it's going to go fast. So that's kind of what the schedule is looking like. And once again, if you have any questions, just contact me. And then finally, let's just conclude with some pieces of advice, just some encouragement. First of all, please remember this, and you've probably heard this when you've been to youth camp and kids camp if you've ever been as a counselor. But just remember that camp isn't for us, it's for the kids. Let us do our part to make sure that kids have fun. Please don't stand off on the side talking to other people. let's do our part to make sure that kids feel welcome and that kids feel accepted. So make those kids your priority. Talk with them, hang out with them. So remember that campus for kids. Next, and this is big because this is children's ministry, and oftentimes with children's ministry, you don't know which way it's going to go. It's their kids. Just remember, be flexible because we may have to do something that's a quick change. And the reason why we do that is, like I said, they're kids. Like right now, we have everybody set up at a schedule. And as a ministry opportunity, we may need some of you to double up. Like we might need another couple people to help with check-in. Just if we ask you to do something, just be flexible. We're not trying to be jerks or anything. It's just these are how these things go. My wife uses the term, you got to be liquid. And sometimes you just got to go with the flow. You may not want to do it, but just keep a smile on your face anyway. And just help us out. So be flexible. Secondly is this, be energetic. If we're not looking like we're having a good time, then the kids aren't. I know when we see these music, the worship stuff with motions, it's hard for me to do all this kind of stuff. I'm not good at it, but try, because if kids see us standing in the background and not doing it, then there's going to be kids who aren't going to want to do it either. But if we're participating, if we're energetic, then most of them are going to be energetic too. Thirdly is remember that if there's any questions or if there's any problems, come talk to me, come talk to Miss Diana, or talk to Janet Ryan. I forgot to put me and Diana on there. Me and Diana, we're going to head up the large group, and then Miss Janet's going to be our, she's an extension of us. So if you see one of us, talk to us if there's an extenuating circumstance, and we'll make sure that it happens. But anyway, those are just some things going on. Also, here's another thing. If you are a buddy, or if you're just like, let's say you're walking with some kids and they go to the station and you're an activity station, help the kids, all right, especially the pre-K, because there's going to be activities, activity station and the master builders, where you might have an older kid who could just put Legos together like nothing, but you might have some 3-year-old or a 4-year-old who don't know what they're doing. Get down on your hands and knees and help the kid. You don't know what kind of relationship you're going to cause, you're going to create. But just don't stand off the side. All my years in children's ministry, what I notice is a lot of times adults will let the kids and then they'll just watch them. Interact with the kids. Help out your activities leaders and your master builders or cooks. If they need something, help them out. We're all in this together. And one thing I've learned is the more people we have doing something, the easier it is on people, and the quicker by it goes. So please, if you don't have anything going on, don't stand around and just be like, well, I have nothing to do. Get in there and help kids. You all have background checks. You've all been approved. So just help us with that. Be engaged and help the kids. Don't just stand around. Please don't play on your phones during the time. If you're doing tech and tech is over, find somewhere to help somebody, okay? And everything is going to be great. But those are just some things. Saturday, if you have time, Saturday about 10 o'clock, Janet's done it, and her family done a great job painting boxes and everything. But what we're going to do Saturday is we're going to get everything out of the Glen Dorsey Family Life Building, and we're going to set up the stage. We're going to set up the foyer, so that way we have it all done, and so we're not in late in the hours Sunday night and Monday morning scrambling to get things done. It's already going to be done. If you can be here Saturday morning about 10, and the main thing is so we get the boxes, because once you see how many boxes we have up there, it's going to take multiple trips. So if we could just have a bunch of you here Saturday and we could get it done, I think we could have everything decorated. Call me crazy. I think we have everything decorated in about an hour and a half. And especially if we have a bunch of people. Once the boxes are moved to the stage, it probably won't take that much more time. So if you could be here to help us with that, help us out, we'd really appreciate it. I think that's about it. If I'm missing anything, I do not remember. But like I said, I just wanted to kind of get with people and show you what we're going to do. So anyway, thank you for helping. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. It's going to be a great week. We got a little over 30 registered, and we're still a week to go. So, yeah, sorry, I'm running out of things to say. But let me pray with y'all. And if you have any questions, just contact me. But it's going to be a great week. We're going to have lots of fun. And God's going to stretch us. But that's good. So, but once again, thank you for your help. And we consider it an honor to be serving with you. Let me pray you out. And then we'll talk to you later. Father, we thank you for this opportunity to serve you. And God, we just pray right now that you use us. Father, I pray for our health, I pray for our strength, and I pray for our sanity. God, use us, Lord, as we glorify you and we teach kids how to build their life around you. We give you glory and praise and honor. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys, get some rest this week if you can. And we will see you next week ready to go. God bless you. Talk to you later.